from Vancouver, Canada, and we want to welcome you to today's video introduction. What we're here to talk about real quick is just to give you an insight on my good friend here, Kerry, because if you're watching this video right now, you might be thinking, I need to find a way to make money online. I need someone who can get out there and guide me and help me and teach me. And bottom line is that I'm not here and Kerry's not here to try to sell you on anything. But we do want to give you some extra tips, advice, and maybe resources to help you get to that next stage in your career. So Kerri, let's start off with you. Number one, I want to start off by thanking you for taking a little time to chat with everybody here on this call. It's much appreciated.
Not a problem.
Yeah. So let's start off. You know, I'm sure everybody's kind of curious about who you are. Let's talk a little bit about before you got in this home-based business field. You know, let's talk about Kerri. What line of work did you used to do before you started working for yourself?
Well, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I homeschool my two kids. And my husband works full-time at a car manufacturing plant.
Cool.
And and we run a grass business part-time in the summertime to make a little bit of extra income. So I started looking online about a year ago to look for something that would make me some extra income online.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So you homeschool your kids, and your husband runs a part-time business during the summer. You know, that's actually pretty different to be able to transition into working into an online company. Specifically, what was it that made you decide to come and take part in the home-based internet industry?
I wanted to take part in something that I could do from home and not have to go outside of the home to do it. So that I could set my own hours, work late at night if I wanted to, work around my schedule here at home. That's primarily the reason. Gotcha.
You said that you've got live out in Woodstock, Ontario, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Gotcha. So is that common out there? Is there a lot of people that are running home-based businesses in your neck of the woods?
There are some. It's like there's a percentage of the population that do look at home-based businesses online, but I'm kind of the minority.
Which is cool. Yeah, no, it's good. You know, it's nice to be the minority, because if everybody was doing it, it would be harder to make money then, right?
Yes, for sure. Yes.
It's good. So why specifically internet-based? Because, I mean, you know, there's a lot of other companies out there that are home-based businesses that, you know, use the word-of-mouth approach. They do the hotel meetings, and I mean, you can stay at home and still work at home too. You can show house plans, right?
Yeah, right.
So,
well, I chose internet because I've already tried a few network marketing businesses that were outside of my home, like where I had to go and target friends and family and go to hotel meetings and spend gas and time and money. And for me, it took up a lot of time, and I wasn't really successful because my family wasn't necessarily looking for internet marketing business.
Gotcha.
And so when I go online now, I've learned that I can target people that are actually looking for business online, and that's where the power of the internet comes in, and that's why I was looking on the internet. Plus, it gives me access to like a lot more people.
Yeah.
Thousands and millions of people, right? So that made it exciting for me.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, that's a really good point. You know, a lot of people, including myself, excuse me, you know, we've all started off in that place where we're trying to home-based business. We're supposed to approach friends and family. We get rejected, and you got to buy the suits, the car, or get a lease in a really nice car to give a good presentation, spend the gas, the time. It doesn't always pay off the way we want it to. So it's actually smart that you're doing this, especially. And you said that you're that right now you homeschool the kids, right?
Yeah.
So for you to be able to work your business, you probably need something that lets you stay at home completely, so you don't lose the time having to travel in order to make income.
That's right. I found it's really hard to, like if I had to travel to a meeting that requires my evenings to do it, and like it takes me all day to homeschool my kids.
Yeah.
So this is something I've been able to sit down at the computer, and I usually typically get a couple hours in between 3 and 5, and then I'm able to work again once the kids are in bed. So it typically works out well for me. Then I can grab a minute here and there to work on things too as I'm able.
Yeah.
Really works well for my schedule
Yeah.
to do it this way.
Yeah, I bet. I like that.
Yeah.
If anything, there's probably a lot of homeschool moms or stay-at-home moms out there that might be watching this video right now. Excuse me. And, you know, it's nice to see that a stay-at-home mom like yourself is deciding to work for herself and use the internet so that way she can take care of her kids and her family comfortably, both with time, because you don't have to travel, and with the ability to make money. I mean, what if you were going to suggest anything to a stay-at-home mom or to a parent who really wants to take care of their family without investing so much time and effort traveling in a so-called home-based business, you know, what kind of suggestion would you have for them to help them gear up and pick a good company for themselves that they could work and make money in?
Well, for me, I mean, it's really been nice, like I said, for staying home. And as far as picking a good company, you need one where you're going to get a lot of support from people like my friend Alan here, or someone else that's willing to kind of guide you through it. And you need a lot of good training so that you can get from point A to point B and someone to lead you in that direction. And I've found that here. And working in teams is very beneficial as well. Having to be a part of the team and not being alone has, you know, I hope that answered your question, Alan. I wasn't.
No, it's a good answer, if anything, because, you know, the reason why I ask is that sometimes people, and I know that I was one of the people out there that thought this way too. You know, starting a home-based business that's even internet-based, even though it's simple in some degree, especially compared to like opening a restaurant or a gas station, you don't need as much to start up a home-based company. On the flip side, it's still challenging to some degree, and it's still a little bit scary. And I know that one of the common things that most people think is, well, you know, can I do it? You know, is it real? You know, what do I look for? I don't even know where to start. And it's just refreshing to know that someone like yourself, who wasn't born like super duper uber rich, you know, that didn't have every technical skill in the world, can honestly admit and come to this environment and say, look, you know, I'm just like the rest of you guys. I got to come and learn too. I got to start from the ground up. But even though it's a challenge, it's the best challenge because you know that you're building skills that you can carry with you for the rest of your life, that no one can take from you. And once you've mastered these skills, you'll have the ability to make money, generate income, have the freedom of being mobile while making your money in any part of the globe, and finances will never be an issue for you again. And people need to know that. Like, you know, I've been on the internet for years now, so people hear from me, it's like, yeah, shut up, Alan, everybody, you know, whatever. You know, it's boring coming out of me. But out of you, Kerri, you know, people haven't gotten to know you that much yet, right?
Right, yeah.
Right, and especially that you're a mom. I mean, how many kids you got?
2 kids.
You got 2 kids. Nice. Must be a handful.
Well, right now, because they're teenagers, I have
I've heard the horror story of the teenager. Yeah, I was a teenager too. I haven't forgotten how much heck I put in grief I put my parents through. So it's, you know, it's good to know you're rolling with the punches and still managing your business online at the same time. Last thing I just want to ask real quick, and this one really goes out to the audience, you know, because they're watching us right now and they're trying to get a feel for us, and I don't blame them. They should get to know us. They should get to know you, and I want them to know not only who Kerri Foster is now, but I want them to know where Kerri Foster is going in the next 2 to 3 years.